Welcome back, my name is Youssef Badsi, and today we're going to explore the magnificent art of 3D printing. So, as we know, 3D printers, there are a lot of them, a lot of machines. They look complicated, but they are not. They are really easy to work with, and they are easy to understand. So, first of all, we need to know what is a 3D object and a 2D object. So, for example, we have a circle, okay? A circle is a 2D object of a sphere, a ball. So, if you take the ball, cut it into millions of 2D objects, you will have a circle. A circle, more circles, you will have a sphere. This is the basic of the difference between 2D and 3D. So, this is how the machine works, the difference between 2D and 3D. First of all, we have the controller. This is the brain. This is the computer unit that does a lot of work. This specific unit translates the design into coordinations, into language that the motors will understand. Okay? So, we have the controller. The controller is on top of it the material or the filament. We work with a lot of filaments. We have plastic, so that's the famous one, but we have different types of plastic. We have PLA, ABS, PEGT. We have a lot of filaments, but the most of all is the PLA, which is good for the environment and cheap. So the first contact with the filament is the extruder, a motor, a stepper motor. Why a stepper motor? They are precise. They can move really slow and precise. That's why they're called stepper motors. So a stepper motor pushes the material through a tube into a nozzle. A nozzle is just a part of the printer that gets really hot up to 200 degrees. Why 200 degrees? Because each filament or each material has a melting point. A point where it turns from solid into a liquid. So why liquid? So that it can be easy to make 2D objects on top of another 2D object. On top of another 2D object, then in the final we have layers of 2D objects making a 3D object. That's how we work. That's how a machine works. That's how our 3D world works. So we have some motors that controlling the 3D space. The X, okay, the Y, and the Z. As you can see, I can control them here. So why the 3 axes? Because they are the important stuff, the important objects in our 3D worlds. We have 3 axes, the X and the Y and the Z, the longitude, the altitude and the length. All of these components are connected and working together with the controller. All of this is put around a chassis. A chassis is just a metal object that can compact everything to not move, okay? Then we have the bed. The bed is an important part. We call it the bed because it heats a little bit to help the material to not move, to help the layers to not move. Because if the layer moves, we will not have a good synchronized object, a good layer on top of a layer. We will have some defects. So the bed gets a little bit hot. The material comes from the extruder to the nozzle. The nozzle pushes the material on the bed, and then everything is controlled by the computer unit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to design something and going to see how the 3D art works. So guys, I hope you liked the video. Now, as you can see, we can make a lot of different projects, a lot of different designs, some unique and personalized. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something today. See you in the next one.